Hey guys, welcome to the Tuesday stream. Every Tuesday, come out here, show off all the cool new books and merch that we got in. Little housekeeping on top. Guys, thank you for coming out and making the sale a spectacular event. It was awesome. Thank you all for coming down here. Yeah, awesome. Thank you for making it a success, and hopefully I'll see you guys more at the shop for those guys who came in for the first time. Next up, we have some holiday hour stuff next week because it is Christmas Eve. On Christmas Eve, which is on next Wednesday, we will be open from 10 till 4. So make sure you mark all that stuff down. We'll be open from 10 to 4. I will be sending out an email this week notating the hours for New Year's Eve, the week of Christmas, and the week of New Year's Eve and New Year's. So yeah. And with that out of the way, let's jump into our cool books this week. We have Aggie from AWA. This is part of their Prototopias book. If you guys don't know, Prototopias is a series of one-shots they've been doing, taking kind of theoretical science and making them like instead of making them kind of utopias, but there's also a big cool story behind each invention and each like concept, which are all real-world concepts that are actually being out there. They actually outline each concept in each issue. This is actually about augmented reality and AI, which is a thing now. But yeah, it's really cool. If you like a cool sci-fi, a lot of these cool sci-fi stories have a lot of cool, a bigger, deeper meaning to them. I love these stories a lot. But this one in particular, it deals with the idea of AI and what happens when we have to actually birth a sentient computer system, and what happens to the rest of the world, and when it starts to grow. Really cool concept. I like these Protopias. Get them. They're cool one-shots. Grab them. Next up with more cool sci-fi is Black Panther Intergalactic from Marvel Comics. Black Panther Intergalactic spins out of Imperial, which, if you guys don't know, Imperial is a 4-issue miniseries written by Tom King, by John Hickman, with a series of one-shots. Each are spinning out into their own books. This was about Black Panther, who has now reclaimed the throne of the Empire of Wakanda, the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. And now, what does he do now that he's emperor of his entire intergalactic kingdom, which he's never been part of before? Really cool. It does tie a little bit into Avengers. Now that he's kind of off Earth, and you'll see it in the rest of the Black Panther stories that will be mentioned as time goes on. And with this story, Black Panther is marooned on a planet, and he doesn't know how and why he got there. And now it's just more of Wakanda stuff in space. It's a really cool take. If you want to jump into Black Panther, they're rebuilding Marvel's cosmology. I was talking a couple of weeks ago about how Marvel's rebuilding their magic stuff. They're rebuilding the cosmology with this stuff. So they're really rebuilding a lot of major aspects of the Marvel Universe, maybe because Armageddon's coming. And yeah, it's really cool to see that. So grab this. It's a great book to grab. Next up is Harley Quinn versus Zatanna, part of the DCKO Fight Month. As you guys know, we've been updating the picture in the brackets in store. This is just the next round, which is Zatanna versus Harley Quinn. I really can't talk a lot about it because it does spoil who wins. A really cool fight. This does explore a little bit more of this is more of a heavy Zatanna issue than it is a Harley Quinn issue, as it deals with Zatanna having to fight in this tournament and what it means for her as a magic user in the DC universe, and what it means to be a superhero in the DC universe, and succumbing to what the Heart of Apocalypse wants her to do. It's a really cool Zatanna story. I love it. It is balanced out with the very heavy part of it being Zatanna, with a lot of like jokes and humor with Harley Quinn. Normally, I'm not a big Harley Quinn fan, but she fits in very well here. Really cool. Really cool who wins, actually. So definitely grab this book. Next up is the new Space Age from Mad Cave Studios. The only distinction between like science we don't understand, like what is science that we don't understand, and most of the time we just call it magic. And that's what this book is really all about. What it's about an astronaut who lost his brother years ago, like, due to some sort of weird alien intervention, which is all the sci-fi stuff I love. Now that he's fired from being part of NASA, and now he's used that time to go find his brother, he stumbles upon something else that's bigger than that, and the ties between magic and science and what it all means in the universe is really cool and broken down into easy, digestible bites. You're not like doing crazy quantum physics stuff, but it does add the idea of like what magic and science have in common. I like this a lot. I like the idea that it's called the New Space Age because there's he still is a scientist. He is still a astronaut, but he's willing to be like, no, this is magic and this is also science. It's really cool. I like that a lot. It's also really cool with the little nods to like cool pulp sci-fi stuff because it is set in a modern era, so it's like not that far off from what we can do. I really like the concepts like that, and they play around with it very well. Next up is Thundercats Holiday Special 2025. I had to say it like that because it's Thundercats Ho Holiday Special. Brianna doesn't give me nothing. It gives me nothing from behind the camera. Anyway.
I don't know what that means.
Thundercats Ho is their battle cry.
Oh. Yeah. Because you're old.
I'm not that old. Anyway, this is their holiday special, so everyone that has Thundercats in their pull list already has this in their pull list. Really cool. It's just explaining what the holiday, the Thundercats made up fictional holidays are all about. It's their version of Christmas. It's really cool. It's a one shot. So definitely grab it if you want to get into Thundercats. It's really cool. If you know someone that was a Thundercats fan, and you're like, oh, you know what, I want to grab something extra as a stocking stuffer or a gift, real quick for the holidays. It's really cool. Grab. And finally, for our singles, we have Wrestle Heist from Image Comics. I know it looks like Rick and Morty's artwork because it is the artist that did Rick and Morty for Oni Press. Wrestle Heist is a cool, like, dark comedy book dealing with the ramification. It's a cool play on the world of wrestling that we know and how, like, in the behind the scenes, there's a lot of backstabbing and a lot of other stuff. I watch a lot of Vice TV, and Dark Side of the Ring is, like, one of my favorite shows. And they talk about like the dark side of like wrestling and what happens behind the scenes and all the other stuff. This is that mixed with the idea of like a heist that they're going to pull off to get back at their bosses. It's really cool. They set up the entire issue as a cool heist setup issue. I love it a lot. It's funny. It's dark. It's crude. It's everything I kind of like in a weird like theme of wrestling, which I never thought they would work well in this. But when you read it, it works very well. It's actually really cool. You should definitely grab it if you want something funny and light to read. And finally, for our trades this week, we have Batman and Robin Year 1 from DC Comics. This book actually deals with right after Bruce gets Robin, what happens when social workers start showing up at the Wayne Manor and be like, yo, you adopted this kid and where's he at? And where are you? Really cool take on like their dynamic and how it really first starts. It doesn't erase Batman Year 2. It actually adds like that layer, that divide between him getting Dick and then what happens right after Dick actually joins. How does the world around them acclimate to the idea of this boy also living in the Wayne Manor? Really cool. I like a lot. If you just like Batman and Robin history stuff, like I do, if you just like Batman, you like just like Dick Grayson and Batman and Robin stories, it's a cool grab. And guys, that is it. You check out our website, androidscomics.com. We're putting stuff on there all the time. Check out our socials, androids_comics, androidscomics, and Androids Amazing Comics on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, where we post stuff that doesn't make the show, sales, signings, all the cool stuff. And guys, I will see you back here. Tuesday. I'll see you back here Tuesday at around the same time. See you then. Bye.